Sam is here with a very special guest.
Actor Tony Goldwyn here now with additional commentary. Tony, no. But that could be like the Potomac.
I would have drowned,
right?
That's all I'm saying.
But I could see President Fitzgerald like wading through the Potomac in some strange walkabout of some sort.
Yeah, maybe.
I tell you what, we're going to talk about your new series in a second that you're involved in, but let's talk about Emmy nominations yesterday. That was a good day for your show.
That was a fantastic day for our show. Yeah, Carrie and Kate and Joe, and hopefully the right thing will happen.
and does that, always that rising tide raises all boats. Do you think that's true as well?
Yeah, raised my boat. I'm floating high.
Right, well, yeah. I know, because to a large degree, I mean, the great scenes she had with Joe there, obviously we talked to him yesterday, but the scenes she had with you. And you guys go back how soon?
We start shooting on the 28th of July.
All right, and as you go back on the 28th of July, right this second, do you have any idea what's going to happen? Or is
Not
that
a clue.
And does that make you want to rush back on that day to see something?
Yep, cannot wait to see what the next script is. I mean, it left my character in the most bizarre and interesting, terrible situation at the end of last season, so I'm really excited. And just, as you know, we adore each other, so we're all dying to get back to school.
Well, I tell you what, but I think that's one thing, that camaraderie that you guys so obviously have. I think people are drawn to the plot lines, but I think they're drawn to that as well. All right, that's what Tony's doing in front of the camera. Behind the camera, Tony, a very accomplished director, and a new show that you co-created with a really well-known screenwriter. The show is called The Divide. What's it about?
The Divide is, it centers around a murder case, a very high-profile murder case, in which the DA of Philadelphia, the African-American District Attorney of Philadelphia, made his career 12 years before our show begins. It was a very inflammatory case where a wealthy black family was murdered by two white guys. He put them away. He became kind of a rock star prosecutor with a big political career. And when we meet him, one of the men is about to be executed. A young woman from the Innocence Initiative, which is a fictionalized version of the Real Innocence Project, she uncovers a piece of evidence that calls this whole thing into question, and she's not even a lawyer yet. And we follow this case through the first season, and it begins to unravel and destabilizes all of the people's lives that surround this case, the victims, the lawyers, the actual condemned men themselves who may in fact be innocent, and we pursue who might actually have done this horrible crime if they didn't. So it's a bit of a legal thriller, but it really looks at the impact of a violent crime on all of the lives that surround it and the gray areas in our justice system.
We have a clip. Let's take a look at The Divide.
You know what I'm so proud of? The fact that you came out here tonight to figure it out together without taking matters into your own hands.
This wouldn't be happening if he were a black man on death row.
I hear you, brother. I do. But we are not here to divide. The Butlers were African American, yes, but if they were white, Latino, Native American, we should still be here, because an injustice against one people is an injustice against every people. Now, we have got to start thinking that way, or else nothing is ever going to change.
That's a good scene, and you can tell when she walks in, she knows something.
Yeah, well, she's a determined young woman. But what's really exciting about The Divide is, rather like Scandal, there are no good guys and bad guys. You know, we really look at some very uncomfortable questions about justice in our country, and at one minute we think, well, he's right, I'm with him. And, you know, and in other times, we see the characters that we will fall in love with doing some pretty shocking and objectively immoral things to achieve what they believe is the greater good. As I said, thematically, it sort of crosses lines with Scandal, because that happens a lot.
Here's the cliche that has sort of been bandied about. Do you think this is a new golden age of television?
I really do. I mean, you know, for me, there's, you know, the best for the kinds of movies that I like to make, that I've directed and want to make, and the stories that I want to tell. Almost all of that writing that's character-driven adult drama has migrated to television, and there's so much amazing thing. And networks, you know, our show, The Divide, is going to be the first scripted series on the WE network, which really has been reality programming and reruns, and really, you know, really was focused on a female audience, and they're kind of rebranding that network. And this is a very completely different kind of show for them, produced by AMC, and which also owns the WE network. So it's like, wait, we have this whole new show and we're going to rebrand a network. What a great opportunity.
Special 2-hour premiere is Wednesday, July 16th at 9 p.m. on WeTV. Tony, nice to see you.
Thanks, Sam.
so much.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Great to see you, Tony.
Good to
Thanks
see you
so
guys.
much.